Hello. Hello?
It's still not working. Or is it? I'm going to have to do it this way. Yay! It's not ideal. It's not the best setup, but it'll have to do for now. I'm just gonna make it work. Okay. Cool. Now that that's done, what I'm working on here is trying to come up with the next phrases. So typically what I do is I come up with all of the phrases the day of. So I record every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday morning, I come up with the phrase Monday morning, and I'm tired of doing that. So I'm going to try to get all of these phrases done now so that I don't have to worry about trying to figure it out later. That being said, I am... this is what I got done previously before I found out that you guys can't actually hear me. Let me bring this chat back up because I lost you guys. Ta-da. Boom, I'll keep you over here so I don't lose you. Does this help at all for volume? Anyway, I was trying to come up with different scenarios. You're unemployed, you're dating somebody, you meet a new coworker, you're talking about how much better your Spanish is getting, all these different things, and then I realized I could just mix these together, right? So now here's what I have so far. It's you meet a new coworker, and I'm going to translate these to Spanish later. I just want to come up with the main premise. I need 14 phrases, and then I go through the translation and everything. So story starts out, you meet a new coworker, and you're talking to another coworker, like, have you met this guy? Have you met this girl? What's their name? Blah, blah, blah. And then you find out they speak Spanish. Or, no, would it make sense if you say they're from another country? And then they are from let's just do blank for now, because I don't know where they're from yet. We can figure that out in a little bit. Okay, so have you met the new guy? Have you met the new girl? What's their name? They're from another country. They're from blank. Then they speak Spanish. From here, what else can we do? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Technically, I'd only need 4 more phrases, but then we can start mixing these together a little bit more. I can speak Spanish. I understand a little. My Spanish is getting better. I've had this thing going on with the last few videos where the main character's name is Carlos. My name is Jesus. I don't know if I should keep the Carlos name or go with my name or anything, but I guess that's not as important right now. I'm gonna remove moving. Let's remove this. This is too sad for our story right now. Okay, so new storyline. Let's do, there we go. So in this new storyline, a new coworker starts at your job. You ask about them. You find out they're from another country and they speak Spanish. You get excited because you've been practicing. That's not how you spell practicing. Practicing. Wow. You start talking to them more. You develop feelings for them. You want to ask them out. You ask them out. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. I need 6 more actions or steps to the storyline. You ask them out. You go on a date. Oh, we should have something embarrassing happen to him. Like, what's something embarrassing? Oh, you know what? I could have this be like my wife and I's first date, where I made her eat tongue tacos, but I didn't tell her what they were until after she ate them. She hated it. I thought it was hilarious. But I think you order tongue tacos, not knowing what they are. Oh, I like that too. Their credit card is declined. Let's see, what other scenarios could happen? Because here's the thing too. I want to get like more structure to these videos. I know for the last 6 years, I've been doing one phrase a day, and I started doing more in-depth ones where I talk about gerunds and the proper, improper, masculine, feminine, all that stuff. I'm hoping these can be a little bit funner, more fun to listen to. So these can have multiple phrases in them. And anybody that's watched my previous videos, you've seen that there's 3 to 4 different phrases in them. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. And I might actually start the titles differently too. I'm going to add that. You are in a long line trying to have a conversation in Spanish. And that's where you hear about the tongue tacos, because it's their favorite and you want to impress them. So then you say that you love them as well. I like it. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here, I'm gonna number these. Hola, Hassan. Okay. I'm actually gonna make this a little smaller because I'm running out of room here. Control. Okay, I hope that's good for now. Okay, so a new worker starts at your job. You ask about them. You ask, let's go more into detail. You ask your coworker about them. You find out they're from another country and they speak Spanish. You get excited because you've been practicing Spanish. You start talking to them more and more. You develop feelings for them. You hope they do too. You want to ask them out. You ask friends where to go. You finally ask them out. Smiley face. You go on the date. You're in a long line trying to have a conversation in Spanish. And you ask for their favorite food. Now, you finally get seated, or you get to the taco truck, or wherever the scene ends up being. You order tacos not knowing what they are. You order tongue tacos not knowing what they are. So you like them and decide to Google what it means. You feel sick and go to bathroom. Contemplate kissing cows. I like that. What if for the 12th one, because there is a long line, there's also a lot of noise, mean that the person making them thought you wanted hot sauce? I like that. Is this going to be like an entire scene? Because I feel like that still falls in with 11. The acquisition of the tacos is scene 11. Kissing hot cows. You ordered some tacos, not knowing what they are. I like them, decide to Google what it means. Find out there's a lot of hot sauce on them. I'll put this down here. Hot sauce on them. You feel sick and go to the bathroom. Contemplate kissing hot cows. Their credit card is declined. Here, okay, let's do this. Your credit card gets declined and they pay for it. I want to add some sort of misunderstanding. Where you think the saucy cows of Texas. Misunderstanding where you think they said they had a bad time. Talk to your friends about how much of an embarrassment that was and how you ruined everything. Finale. So, got a pop up. It scared me. Freaking jump scare. Okay, so what if for step 14, after the date, it's been a few days, and let's say you haven't talked, and the new coworker comes up and asks when you're going to have a date again in English. And then you find out it was all a misunderstanding. They had a lot of fun, and they want to do it again. So, coworker asks you out for a second date. All right, so here is our storyline. It starts with a new coworker starts at your job. Oh, excuse me. You ask your coworkers about them. You find out they're from another country and they speak Spanish. You get excited because you've been practicing Spanish. Maybe Duolingo? Something with Duolingo? You start talking to them more and more. Small conversations. You develop feelings for them. You hope they do too. You hope they feel the same. You hope they feel the same. You want to ask them out. You ask friends where to go. They say Mexican restaurant. You ask them out. You go on a date. You're in a let's say instead of sitting in a long line, because most Mexican restaurants, they seat you pretty early. Oh, let's say instead of you being in a line, you're at the table, but they seat you right underneath the speaker, and the music is playing very loud. So, sitting at table, loud music under main speaker. Trying to have a conversation in Spanish, and you ask for their favorite food. I use Duolingo as well. I've been using it for Japanese, and it's good. I like it at least. I don't know, I want a little more from it. I hate that you have to pay to talk to Lily. Like, she does this FaceTime thing for pro users or whoever decides to pay Duolingo more money, and you're able to FaceTime them and have a standard, regular conversation about anything, literally about anything. I got to try it once, and she asked me something where I was just like, I don't understand, and so she said it again, and I'm like, can you say it slower? She shakes her head, shrugs, and says, I have to go, and leaves, and that was my trial. That was my free FaceTime with Lily. And I was like, what? You could have done anything else that I've been practicing. You just had to throw some random thing in there. It was dumb. Anyway, Duolingo's awesome. Use Duolingo. You go on a date, you're sitting at the table, you're sitting under loud music, trying to have a conversation in Spanish. You ask for their favorite food. Waiter comes up. You ask for tongue tacos, not knowing what they are. You like them and decide to Google what it means, find out there's a lot of hot sauce on them. You feel sick, go to the bathroom, contemplate kissing hot cows. Your credit card gets declined and they pay for it, misunderstanding where you think they said that they had a bad time. In reality, they had a good time. Talk to your friends about how much of an embarrassment that was and how you ruined everything. And then they finally come up to you and ask for a second date. I like that story. So now we come up with a new with the actual phrases. So how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna move this over here. Move this over here. I'm just rearranging my desktop. Give me just a sec here. Okay, so now we're going to break down the actual phrases. This is where the fun starts, where we actually get to start learning some stuff. What should the first phrase be? Yeah, brainstorming involves a lot of silence, apparently. Hmm. So for the first one, there's a new person at the office. That's hay una persona nueva en la oficina. I think that one is going to be a basic one. I don't want to go too in depth with it because there's other days that we can work on. But I think that'd be fine. I'm thinking if I should add more to it. So okay, so the script example. Here we go. So coworker. It's going to be between coworker and Carlos. And the coworker is going to say, "Ya viste?" which means, "Did you see?" Carlos goes, "¿Qué cosa?" Basically saying, like, what? What happened? What's going on? And this is where the phrase comes in. Coworker. Hay una persona nueva en la oficina. This is like gossip conversations type things happening in the office. So, ¿ya viste? ¿Qué cosa? Hay una persona nueva en la oficina. I'm thinking now because no, I mean we can work in suspended disbelief for now, right? Because what I'm seeing here is you've been practicing Spanish and your Spanish is getting better, but this conversation is happening in Spanish. I guess it doesn't matter because everybody's still learning, right? It's suspended disbelief. It's like anime. Here, they're from different countries and everything, but everybody somehow always speaks the same language. So that's what I'm going with. This is an anime. LSD, the anime. What should Carlos say in response to "there's a new person in the office"? Órale. It's like saying like whoa or wow or hey. End. It sounds like this where I wish that I had infinite money because I would love to make this into like a short story, short film. It'd be so cool. Anyway, day 2. So day 2's or not phrase. What happens day 2? Day 2 is you ask your coworker about them. So it's Carlos and coworker again. Stop doing that. Oh, what about, okay, hear me out. What if instead of Carlos, it's female main character? Because what I'm going to do here is I'm basically going to have Kat, my wife, be the person that is at the office job, and I'm the new coworker. So I'm from Mexico. My Spanish is very fluent, and she's still learning. So it's going to be perfect. She's going to have those the pronunciation imperfections, grammatical errors that you would associate with somebody that's still learning, and it's going to make sense because she has the accent for it. That way, you're more immersed. I don't know a name for the character yet, so I'm just putting female main character. Day 2. Okay. So day 2, your you're staring at the new coworker, right? Because you're asking your coworkers about them. Coworker. Here, let me do that. Coworker. Otra vez la estás mirando. Meaning you're staring at her again. Lo, not la. Otra vez lo estás mirando. I'm just going to do FMC for female main character. No, solo estoy... Okay. Excuse you. There's an alarm going off outside. Car alarm. Solo estoy distraída. Coworker, CW, says... Actually, no. Here, instead of saying, no, I'm just distracted, you say, no, estoy trabajando, which means, no, I'm working. So coworker asks, you're staring at them again. And you say, no, I'm working. And they reply with, no has escrito nada en 10 minutos. Which means you haven't typed anything in 10 minutes. Just would be translated to solo. Sorry if you typed that in earlier. I just now saw it. Yeah, just is solo. I think that's the only way of saying it. Solo, just one, solo uno más. I'm just looking, solo estoy mirando. Okay, so there's a few different ways of saying it. There's solo, solamente, and nada más. I had to like think of a few different phrases in my head. Here, let's do this real quick. Just. Equals solo or solamente or nada más. There are accents in this, but I can't really type them out because I'm using the Notes app and you can't really type the accents on them. Anyway, the three different ways of saying only. So if you want to say, I just have $5, you would say, solo tengo $5. I guess there's another way of saying it too. So depending on context, just can also mean recently, right? Like it just happened. And then acabar. Acabar de, which means it just happened. So like I just arrived would then be acabo de llegar. So there you go. Oh wait, no, there's another way. Another way of saying just. Hold on. Just can also be justo. And that it basically means like fair, but it's used as in like just in time, right? That's just what I wanted. Eso es justo lo que quería. And I think that's it. I think that's it. Three different ways of saying, or three different ways to say just, depending on the context. There's solo, solamente, and nada más for the first way of it. There's acabar de, acabo de, acaba de, and then there's justo. Now, back to the story. No has escrito nada en 10 minutos. So you haven't, you haven't typed anything in 10 minutes. So what would this female main character reply? I think they would just admit it. So female main character. Nope. Female main character would say, I'm sorry, I just realized I probably spoke really fast in Spanish. I'll do this. If you guys, shameless plug here, if you guys follow me on Discord or are part of the Discord, I can post that in Discord so you can look at it later and study. So I'm gonna do this real quick. Okay. I posted it in Discord, and to answer your question, the reason I speak Spanish so fast, I am a native Spanish speaker. I'm from Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua, in Mexico. My whole family speaks Spanish, so oh, you're that person. You're some art guy. But yeah, I'm a native Spanish speaker, so if I ever start speaking too fast, let me know. I tend to do that sometimes. I'll slow down a little bit. I didn't realize you were the same person. My bad. Okay, so back to the story. Yeah, they would just admit it. So they'd go, okay, fine. Who are they? But it's gonna be a he. So let's say, bueno, está bien. ¿Quién es él? Should I use my actual name on this or come up with a completely different name? Because then I want to be like, oh yeah, their name is blank. They started yesterday. I think they're from, I'm just going to say Mexico because it's going to be the easiest for me just to say they're from Mexico. So hmm, I'm gonna worry about the name later. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that part. Salama blank. Empezó ayer. Creo que es de México. And then end. Day 3. I don't want to make I don't want to make them too long. I feel like 4 phrases or 4 different sentences is enough. This last one has 5. But I feel like the second one is short enough that it doesn't matter because you're just like, no, I'm working. No, estoy trabajando. Okay, so day 3 now. Day 3 we had, you find out they're from another country and they speak Spanish. So on day 2, you just got told that they're from Mexico. I've never played Majora's Mask. I was thinking, in my head at least, I'm thinking like Unisanes, when at the end of every video you just get the followed by the counter, the little ticker thing. So anyway, day 3, just after you found out they're from Mexico, you get excited because you're like, oh, I've been learning Spanish. So So you find out they're from another country and they speak Spanish. Do you just say, he estado estudiando español? Which means I've been studying Spanish? So opening up from female main character. Yeah, it's he estado estudiando. Hablo poco, pero entiendo mucho. So it starts off with saying, I've been studying Spanish. I speak very little, but I understand a lot. And then the coworker encourages you to go talk to them. They'd say, háblale. A ver si te entiende. So then they go, talk to them, see if they understand you. But then you get nervous. Because what if you say something wrong? Or what if you say it incorrectly and they make fun of you? Que si me... Do we want to say they're nervous? Because I don't want them to be like a nervous wreck, but... Bueno, está bien. ¿Quién es él? Se llama Blink. Empezó ayer, creo que es de México. Está estudiando español. Hablo poco, pero entiendo mucho. Háblale a ver si te entiende. And then you reply with something like, what if I mess up? ¿Qué si me equivoco? What if... I think they just go for it. I think the main character is a little ballsy. So I think they just walk up to the coworker and they're just like, "Hola, ¿hablas español?" And then I was gonna call him Guy. Sí, claro. She replies with, "Qué bien. Estaba nerviosa." And that's it. The phrase for that bit. Oh, actually, you know what? I should do the main phrase. Day 2. What was day 2? You asked your coworkers about them. Who are they? ¿Quién es él/ella? And then day 3 is I've been studying Spanish. I think that's going to be the main thing. No, okay. The phrase for this one is actually going to be, they are from Mexico. Es de México. And I'm saying they because when you say es de, which means are from, it automatically implies both genders. So you don't have to specify unless you want to. You can say él es de México or ella es de México, but you can just say es de México, implying that you're already talking about someone and saying that they are from there. Es, not está. And then so what I'm trying to do here too is that the title of the video also tells the story. So if you don't watch the video, if you just see the title, you're not lost. You still see what's going on. So then title 1, there's a new person at the office. They are from Mexico. And then I've been studying Spanish. So yeah, that works great. I've been studying Spanish. I just realized I spelled this wrong. He. He estado estudiando español. ¿Cómo se dice I have been en español? LOL. Lo siento si estoy hablando mucho. I have been. He estado. I mean, you spelled it correctly. But I have been because it's past tense. Past tense is he estado. So like I've been tired or I've been home. He estado cansado. He estado en casa. And remember, is estar is what we're using there. So estar is for temporary states and locations. Ser is to what is it? It's for the identity, characteristics, jobs, something more permanent. So, estaba nerviosa. I think that's the end of day 3. And day 4. I'm probably not going to get through all of the days. I'm probably going to be doing this for like another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to get off because my wife gets home from work, and then we're going to do some other stuff. So, got 30 minutes left here. So now, for day 4, we had you get excited because you've been practicing Spanish. I think it starts off with the guy saying, what do they compliment them? Be like, oh, you speak really good Spanish. And then that's when you go, oh, thanks, I've been practicing with Duolingo. And I add some sort of like fart sound in the background with extra reverb. So, yeah, so let's say guy says, guy. He goes, hablas muy bien español. And then FMC gets really excited. And they go, what do they say? De verdad? Really? I'm trying to get better. It's a lot of work, but I like it. So she'd say, de verdad? Estoy tratando de mejorar. Me cuesta un poco, pero me gusta. Yeah, I like that. De verdad? Estoy tratando de mejorar, which means I'm trying to get better. Me gusta, which everybody should know what that means. Actually, no, that's not next. It's Should I say that it's hard work or just... No, yeah. Okay. Me cuesta mucho. No. Me cuesta un poco. It's a little hard, not a lot. Pero me gusta. I think she's gonna be really flirtatious all of a sudden, like way more than anybody should be for the situation. So the guy says, "Who do you practice with?" Because I mean, her grammar, her pronunciation isn't the best, but it's still great. And he notices because he knows that everybody that talks Spanish around him is very broken Spanish. So he's just like, "Oh yeah, your Spanish is really good. Who do you practice with?" So he goes, "Con quién practicas?" So who do you practice with? And I think, okay, so hear me out, chat. He asks who she practices with, and she goes, con Lily de Duolingo. She says it casually, just being like, "Oh yeah, I pay for the service where you can FaceTime Lily, so I practice with Lily all the time." And then she's like, "Oh wait, um, um, with you, if you let me." I think that's cute. So con Lily de Duolingo. Digo, contigo. Si me dejas. Okay. Oh man, I love this. So, guy says, "Hablas muy bien español. You speak Spanish really well." De verdad, estoy tratando de mejorar. Me cuesta un poco, pero me gusta. So really, I've been trying to get better. It's a little hard, but I like it. Guy goes, "Con quién practicas?" Or who do you practice with? And she excitedly replies with, "Con Lily de Duolingo. Uh, digo, contigo, si me dejas." So, who do you practice with? With Lily from Duolingo. I mean, with you, if you let me. So like that's super smooth. I like that. Um, guy replies with, what would he reply with? Ooh, I could do a Spanish quiz. I don't have anything set up right now for a Spanish quiz, but I could definitely do that during the next live stream. Every few minutes, just have it pop up on the screen or something. Where was I? Oh yeah. Guy replies, so after after the female main character asks the guy if she can practice with him if he lets her, he would reply with something like, "Of course, I can help anytime you need to. Or something like that, right? ¿Con quién practicas? Con Lily de Duolingo. Digo, contigo si me dejas. So, yeah, he would say, claro. So, guy. Claro que sí. Puedo ayudarte. Cuando quieras. Okay, so I think that would be the end of day 4. And I'm probably going to get to the end of day 5 before I end the stream. So we'll see how time is by then. Day 5. Oh, what's the phrase for day 4? I think the phrase for day 4 is you speak Spanish really well. Yeah. This is the stuff I do minutes before recording every single time I record. Like, I just sit there for like 10, 15 minutes going like, how does the story continue? So I'm happy that we're doing it this way this time. So far, okay, yeah. So far, day 1, there's a new person in the office. Day 2, they are from Mexico. I've been studying Spanish. You speak Spanish very well. And then, I forgot the end. So it's end. Day 5. So day 5, you start talking to them more and more, having small conversations here and there. So day 5. Small talk. I suck at small talk. Oh, but you know what? We could definitely do this. I have a question. Tengo una pregunta. So they're having small talk, and then she initiates the date by starting with Tengo una pregunta. How do we incorporate that? So, female main character would start with ¿Estás ocupado? And then Guy replies with, no, what to say? ¿Estás ocupado? I'm just organizing paperwork. ¿Estás ocupado? Oh, no, solo estoy organizando archivos. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I had to like mumble it to myself to see if it actually flowed, made sense. So they would say, oh no, solo organizando archivos. And then would she just be like, do you want to practice a little now? ¿Quieres practicar un poco ahora? Claro que sí. Tengo una pregunta. I feel like that's going too long, because then I want to put something like, what did you do last night, or how are you doing today, or something along the lines of that, but I don't want to make this video too long. Oh, okay. So he actually continues from there. Let's leave that for now. So he says, claro que sí. Oh. A ver, which means let's see. So she's like, hey, do you want to practice a little bit right now? And he goes, of course, let's see. And then he asks her, what did you do last night? Which is, ¿qué hiciste anoche? ¿Qué hiciste anoche? And she goes, what did she do? She's a really boring person. She actually didn't do anything. So she read a book and then fell asleep. That's all she did. Leí un libro y dormí. Excuse me. So actually, you speak very well. Instead of having this be, I have a question, it's, what did you do last night? ¿Qué hiciste anoche? So the main phrase for day 5 is ¿Qué hiciste anoche? So she goes, ¿Estás ocupado? Oh no, solo organizando archivos. ¿Quieres practicar un poco ahora? Claro que sí. A ver, ¿qué hiciste anoche? And she replies with, leí un libro y dormí. And then she goes, ¿Lo dije correcto? And end. That's where it ends. So she goes, leí un libro y dormí. I read a book and slept. And then she goes, did I say that correctly? ¿Lo dije bien? Lo dije, yeah, lo dije. Lo dije bien. End. Yo, total views are at 69. Nice. Sorry, that was that was stupid. My bad. Anyway, on to day number 6. Let's see here. What was day number 6? Day number 6 we had, you develop feelings for them. You hope they feel the same. Now I'm kind of stuck here because you don't actually ask them out until day 8. We're currently on day 6. Because day 7, you want to ask them out and you ask your friends where to go. They recommend the Mexican restaurant. You know what? We could do the same thing that Kat and I did when we first started dating. I stupidly asked her, like, hey, if I asked you out, what would you say? And she replied with, I would say yes. And I said, cool. And I left it at that. I didn't follow up. I didn't say anything else. I was just like, cool. And that was it. So I think they do something similar here. I think that'd be funny. So I think, here, let's do day 6. I think she's smooth about it. So in English, she goes, "How do you say I like you in Spanish?" Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Female main character says, "How do you say I like you in Spanish?" And the guy replies with, "Me gustas." And she, like, flirtatiously goes, "¿En serio? Tú también me gustas. Deberíamos salir." So she's like, "Really? I like you too. We should go out." And he goes, "I'm down if you ever want to go out." And she just goes, "Cool." And then walks away. Like, she gets red and walks away. That's what I'm picturing in my head. I think that'd be funny. So he would reply with, "Me gustas." And then actually, here, let me do this. ¿Cómo se dice I like you en español? And he says, no hesitation, he's just like, "Me gustas." ¿En serio? Tú también me gustas. Deberíamos salir. Which means we should go out. And so now he's like, he's wondering, like, okay, is she actually asking me out or is she practicing? So he just goes with it. He's just like, "Claro. Cuando quieras salir." Just like, "Sure. Whenever you want to go out." Or actually, no. What if, yeah, he just says, he goes, "No, nada está bien. En serio, tú también me gustas. Deberíamos salir." Claro. Cuando quieras. Whenever you want to. Dime cuando quieras salir. And she has nothing to say. She doesn't know what to say. So she literally just replies in English. Cool. And then walks away. End. And then the phrase on here should be, "We should go out." Deberíamos salir. Nice. Speaking of which, I have a date with my wife today. We're going to Texas Roadhouse to eat some food. So I think we can leave it here for now. I really like the way it's turning out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's a little bit different than what I've been doing. Much longer than my 20-second to minute long videos that I've been doing. But, I mean, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I'm going to clean these up a little bit before I post them. Today is Wednesday. So technically, I was supposed to post a video today, but I'm going to use this instead as the video, and then I will post on Friday the first phrase. So keep an eye out for the first video, which is there's a new person at the office. On Friday, either at noon or 5 or 7 or 9 p.m., depending on when I get to it. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you appreciate it. I hope you learned something. It's steak time.